Hey, what's up everybody? Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith the Chaos, here with another Exodia video for you. Today I'm just going over about what all the cards do and the interactions the cards have with the deck. This card being the main monster you want to summon out. This guy is how you get the OTKs and how you win all your duels. Use this guy, attack, you win. Anyways, before I get to the video, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Really helps out the channel. May the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Let's get to it.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba. But it does contain the unstoppable Exodia.
Impossible!
I've assembled all 5 special cards, all 5 pieces of the puzzle.
Exodia! It's not possible! No one's ever been able to call him!
Exodia! Obliterate!
Now, of course, when you're playing this deck, you have to play Exodia. Almost all the time, you're going to be revealing these 5 pieces. So you got the head, one leg, one arm, the other leg, the other arm, to create Exodia. Bam. Okay, so the first card interaction that we're gonna have is with Blue Eyes of the Heart. This is your newest card of the deck, Heart of the Blue Eyes. What it does is it searches you out Onk, however you want to pronounce it. Onk, Ank, whatever. Anyways, this card is always treated as a Millennium card. Control this card cannot be switched. You can discard this card, add 1 Onk. This is also a really good interruption. The second effect is when it's in your graveyard, if your opponent special summons a monster that has 3000 attack or level 8 or higher, you can send it to the graveyard, special summon this baby from the graveyard. And it might trigger off Triple Tactics Talent, but it cannot be taken, which is a good thing. So that one, send it to the graveyard, searches you out, Onk. Activate Onk, reveal the 5 pieces to bring you out Incarnate. That's it for that one. And then during your end phase, so during the end phase, when this is on the field, you can search your deck to set Exod or Obliterate plays. If you're going first, most likely always going to be Exod Fires of Rage. So you'd set that, pass turn, they build a board, you wipe it. Pretty simple, that's it. And then they normal summon or special summon a monster, 3000 or more, send it to the graveyard, special summon that baby out. Bam. Pretty damn simple. This deck it's not exactly combos, but you know, there are a couple combos in this deck that I'll get to it. So first one, Heart of the Blue Eyes. Done. Next we have another 1-card starter. Sort of. It's not even a Millennium card, but it's a Blue Eyes card. Melody of the Awakening Dragon. So all you have to do right there, discard 1 card up to 2 dragon monsters with 3000 attack and 2500 defense or more. You do that, you send any card, so it doesn't matter what it is, to the graveyard. Search up to 2 Blue Eyes. So you're getting both of these to your deck. Heck yeah. And then, like I showed you the first one, this would then pop off, send it, pop off, go into Onk, you know, bing bang schmoozle, you win the duel. Next one, these next 2 cards, Sync Engine and the Shield, can ultimately go in almost any deck that you just need more monsters, because really life points mean nothing. We're going to start with Sync Engine first. So Sync Engine, activate, place as continuous spell, face up, activate effect to pay 2000 life points as a continuous spell, which is really weird. So in hand, it activates a monster effect to place as a continuous spell, but then as it's a continuous spell, it activates as, once again, a continuous spell to special summon. On summon, you can search a monster. Now here, depends on what you have. If you already have Onk in hand, you might as well just go for Shield. Shield, play Shield, summon Shield, get your second Onk. Now, if you don't have Ankh in hand and you don't feel like, spending that 2,000 life points, then you just go for Heart of the Blue Eyes, send Heart of the Blue Eyes, and then you get your Ankh. And then, if you had Shield in hand at this point, then you'd play Shield, Special Summon Shield, and then get your second Ankh. It's always good to have more than one Ankh in hand. Reason being, it's not once per turn. You can only use it once per turn, but it's not once per turn. So if it ends up the activation gets negated, oh well, you got a second one in hand. So yeah, you'll have those two, and you'll have the one Ankh. Then what you can do here is with these two monsters, you go into Silhouette Rabbit. So link into Silhouette. Effective Silhouette Rabbit to set from deck Azarun statue. Then you would activate Ankh. Ankh showing all 5 pieces, revealing all 5 pieces. Then you would shuffle back Rabbit back to your deck. Ankh back to deck to summon out big, beefy, badass boy, the unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. Then end phase, you would set Exod. Bam. During your opponent's standby, you would want to activate Angel to special summon itself. Now you have Summon Negate. Summons, what the heck is it called? Anyways, summons that comes from hand, like Kashtira, that kind of thing. I do know the name, Inherit Summons. So whenever it can negate Inherit Summons or Xyz Summons, Link Summons, Synchro Summons, you know, that kind of a jazz. So that's really good. You got your board wipe, and Exodia itself is a spell and trap negate. Now, with these, they all run under Shifter. Because with Ankh shifting it, sending everything back to deck, Dimension Shifter is a beautiful card in this deck. This card relies a lot on its tech to win as well. Like, it's a wonderful, wonderful deck because you can play a lot of good tech. Also, there are, I believe, 18 ways or 19 different ways this deck can get me Ankh, including Ankh. So almost half my deck, 50% of this deck, is getting into Ankh, which is just insane. Like, I'll show you. So, we have Sengenjin, gets you to Ankh. Of course, Ankh is Ankh. Shield, gets you Ankh. Heart of the Blue Eyes, gets you Ankh. Melody of the Awakening Dragon, gets you 2 Blue Eyes, which Blue Eyes gets you Ankh. Golem that guards Millennium Treasures, gets you Wedju Temple. Wedju Temple sets a monster, either shield plus another monster from your deck. Probably Sengenjin plus shield gets you Ankh, gets you full combo. There's so many freaking cards in this deck that just gets you to go full combo. It's absolutely wonderful. Now, there are some other kind of tech that you could use that get you going. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood in this deck is amazing. Going first or going second. Going first, it stays in your hand, but then when you pass turn and your opponent starts popping off, starts special summoning monsters, the time that they go to special summon their first monster, you chain Spooky Dogwood, they have to summon. You're going to start gaining life points, and life points with this deck are your attack. So Spooky Dogwood going first or second is a must in this deck. Dimension Shifter, like I said, is absolutely wonderful and amazing in this deck. I'll show you something with Effect Veiler. So Effect Veiler plus Shield plus, let's say, Sengenjin. Okay, so with those 3 cards, let's hypothetically say we had 2 more. So we'll add Ankh and let's do Wedju Temple. So Wedju Temple, activate Wedju Temple to place, let's say, Shield, and let's just grab a second Sengenjin. And then what we're going to do, since we already have Ankh in hand, special summon Sengenjin. Sengenjin will search you the Blue Eyes card. Send the Blue Eyes card to search you another Ankh. So you got another Ankh in hand. Reveal Ankh. 2 special summon. That will get you, that's right, another Ankh. That's 3 Ankhs in hand. Now, that is just ridiculous having the 3, but like I said before, if they get negated, you can still keep going. But it doesn't matter with this combo, they could just be 2 other cards. We only need the 1. Now, we are going to normal summon the Effect Veiler. With Effect Veiler and Shield, we're going to go into Muddy Mud Dragon. So Muddy Mud Dragon is a level 6. So we got Shield, which is level 5, and Effect Veiler, which is level 1. This card on the field can be used for any substitute for 1 fusion whose material is specifically lifted on the fusion monster card, but the other fusion material must be correct. During your main phase, if you control this synchro summon card, you can fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control as material. So, it'd be those 2, and then I would activate Muddy Mud Dragon's effect with Sengenjin to go into Millennium Eyes Restrict. Now this, with still having Ankh in hand, activate Ankh, showing all 5 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going into Unstoppable. Now, with Millennium Ankh, it usually shuffles back all monsters that are not Millennium or Exodia monsters, but Millennium Eyes Restrict is a Millennium monster, so therefore it can stay on field. Ankh still gets shuffled back. Then during the end phase, you're going to have Unstoppable set Exod Fires of Rage set. Now, going into your opponent's turn, you have the board wipe. Your opponent, you have an essential monster negate because it just steals the monster, and you have a spell and trap negate. Yeah, that's about it. Now, let's get into an actual test hand. Cut the deck. Ciao. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. May the heart forever be in your cards. Good luck. Let's go. So we would activate Shifter. Then we would shield. Pay 2,000 life points. Summon. Search Ankh. Now here, we would just set the 2 imperms, activate Ankh, revealing the 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, blah, 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 blah. Reveal all 5 pieces to your opponent. Special summon out Exodia. This gets shuffled back. Now, since the shield is a Millennium monster, it does not get shuffled back with the effect of Ankh. And then the effect of Exodia during your end phase to set Exod. Set, and then be your opponent's turn. Now we got Shifter, 2 imperms, spell and trap negate, cannot be destroyed. Well, cannot be destroyed by spell and traps. And we also have a board wipe. Pretty darn good, if you ask me. Yeah. Now, if somebody goes to imperm or something on your Exodia, there's not much that you can do about that, but you can negate it, and then if they do another one, then they're, yeah. You only get the one negate, but hey, it still works. One more test hand. Because there's so many cards that get you into your final boss monster, Unstoppable Exodia, it's pretty much just the same thing over and over again. One trick pony, but if this gets negated, it's hard to work around, but it's also for yourself. If they don't negate you, you pretty much win. But isn't that like any deck? The thing is, like, say if your opponent has a bunch of hand traps, if they have Ash, sure, they can Ash you once, but if you have multiple cards that search for Ankh, then you're still going to get into Ankh. And because they're continuous spells, 5, they can't be negated with Imperm or Veiler, but if they have Ogre, you're kind of screwed. So here is one of these cool instances. We're going to go Wedju Temple. We're going to set Golem. We're going to also get Sankinjin. Set and set. Pay 2,000 life points to special summon. Then on summon, we're going to get Heart of the Blue Eyes. Then within hand, we're going to send to search for Ankh. Then we're going to reveal Ankh to special summon Ogre. Ogre searches Wedju. Now, Ankh cannot be negated. Here, you have a couple choices that you can go into. You can either stay with these two monsters on the field because they won't be sent back, or what you could do is these two into Rabbit. So that Rabbit effect to set from deck. Azaroon. Then we would activate Ankh, sending Silhouette Rabbit back to the extra deck. Then we would reveal the 5 pieces from your deck and in your hand, 1 foreign deck, to bring out Exodia. This will get shuffled back. Then from here, you would want to Secret Village. And then during end phase, Exodia, set Exod from deck. Then when you pass turn, during standby, you want to special summon the angel statue Azaroon in defense position. Here we have your opponent cannot activate spells, Imperm negate, or Spell and Trap negate. We have a board wipe and an inherit summon negate. And what's left in hand, we have another Wedju Temple for next time, and we also have an Ash Blossom to stop them from searching. It is a wonderful deck. I absolutely love this deck. There's not too much to do, but then like if your opponent get by this, you negate this, you've board wiped them, and this is what you're left on field. During end phase, you would get out Obliterate Blaze, and then set, and it would pass turn, cut. So it passed turn, you draw, oh, look at that, you got another limb. That don't matter. From here though, what you could do when you got 2 limbs, so you got Obliterate Blaze here. If they have back row or they have something, you can activate Obliterate Blaze, giving him the effect to wipe the backboard of both sides, and then setting all 5 pieces of Exodia. Make sure you do this during the main phase to give Exodia an extra 10,000 attack. And from here on out, you can't activate any more monster effects or anything. It's just you go on attack for game. But we're just going to continue. I had 2 pieces in hand. I can't remember which ones. Put these back in deck. Instead of doing that, Obliterate Blaze, set there. Now what you could do here, starting from here, you're going to normal summon a limb. So normal summon one limb, you're going to link that limb into a link spider. Then you're going to activate link spider's effect to special summon out another piece. Then from here, you're going to go into another link spider. Now you have a few choices what you can do from here. Or keep that on field. What you could do is go into dark, the dark charmer. These two, if your opponent has a dark in their graveyard, bam, you can climb up into access code. But with the second link spider on field, so I got two link spiders, you can now go into SP Little Knight. Go into SP. You could either banish opponent's monster on the field or banish a card, or you could just leave it how it is, but you banish a card. Make sure they have two monsters on the field, and if they have one in defense position, make sure you keep that defense position monster on the field, activate SP, banish another one of their monsters or one of their cards. Then from here, what you're going to do is activate Exodia, Fires a Rage, sending these two pieces back to the deck. And then from there on out, you can then activate Obliterate Blaze, sending SP, or wait, no, sorry. Then you set all 5 pieces, destroying both back rows, set all 5 pieces, and then now you'd enter into battle phase and attack for game. After paying half your life points, blah, 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 because Obliterate Blaze, what you do is one level 10 higher monster on the field with Exodia in its original name gains these effects. You can pay half your life points, destroy as many cards on the spell or trap zone as possible, then equip 5 Forbidden 1 monsters from your hand or deck to this card as equip spells that give it 2,000 attack, which we have done each, so it's 10,000 attack plus that, plus it gains your life points. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Heck yeah, absolutely love that. So what this does is you have to make sure you activate during the main phase, because when you activate it, it then is a trigger effect, I believe. I think it's called a trigger effect, and then activate this guy to bring on this effect. Anyways, that's it for my video today. Hope you liked it. If you have any comments, please comment down below. Or if you have any questions, may the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Thank you all for the support. Bye.